Okay, y'all, so I really wanted to get my thoughts together here before I got online hooting and hollering, but being this ignorant about queer topics while always in a gay's face or in, a queer person's face, Nene twirling around, using our lingo, talking about, yes, honey, tea, boots, lay the house down, yes, God, like, it's very corny to me. I can understand, like, trying to learn something or expanding your horizons, right? But I think there's a way to approach that, and the kinds of things that Nene was saying in this interview rubbed me the wrong way. I want to talk about it.
You so lonely, insecure, they don't control me, boy, you can't control me, troll me. I wasted my time and time is money, bitch, you.
Way back in 2018, I put out the first book in my Zoraxia series called Zoraxia, Wrath of the God King. Now I'm so excited to let you all know that the sequel to that book, Zoraxia, The Vengeance of Coldwind, is out now. Anywhere you get your ebooks and audiobooks, you can find it there. I'm talking about Amazon, Audible, audiobooks.com, Google Play. Like, it's all there. Also, you can go to www.zoraxia.com to purchase it directly from my site. Check out my series, check out the first book, and make sure you get the second book because it's out now. I'm so excited.
Okay, let me reiterate. I am not knowledgeable about every single thing on this planet, but when I'm trying to learn something, I definitely do not sound like how Nene sounds in this interview. I'm so sorry. So this whole thing started when Nene asked T.S. Madison, well, wait, don't you date gay men? And T.S. Madison is like, well, I don't really date gay men. And so Nene she's gagged here, almost as if to say, well, if someone is dating you or trying to date you, then he can't possibly be straight. Nene said, well, if he's sleeping with you and sleeping with a woman, and I want you to pay attention to what she says. She says, Nene said, if he's sleeping with you, T.S. Madison, and then going and sleeping with a woman, almost like she's saying an actual woman, right? then he has to be gay. And like I said, the language was already telling. And T.S. Madison was really graceful. Like, she really gave Nene grace that, it just would not... I could not sit on this interview and smile in Nene face, girl. Like, especially because it already gives I treat gays and queer people like handbags anyway. So for this to really confirm the kinds of things I knew she must be thinking, it's just like, okay. It's like, okay, girl. And T.S. Madison then told Nene here. She said to Nene, she said, if you've dated men in your life, there's a possibility that he's been with a trans woman. I'm paraphrasing here, but T.S. Madison is essentially saying, hey, if you've dated men at all, period, there's always a possibility that he could be into trans women as well as cis women. You know what I mean? There is a possibility that just like so many women have had experiences with women, that this man here may have had an experience with a man in the past. So, but the main point here that Nene kind of circles in on is that she's clearly uncomfortable with the fact that there are men out there. There's so many like her. She's uncomfortable with the fact that there's so many men out there who are interested in cis women as well as trans women. And the fact that y'all don't have telepathy and y'all can't read these men's minds mean that you can only rely on what they tell you. And that's it. T.S. Madison said, although she would not deal with a man who has asked her to hide her parts or put a pillow over them while they interact, because she said, that wouldn't be the man for her if he wants her to hide herself. But she said that those men are out there that want her to hide herself and like, I can interact with you, but just don't, you know what I mean? And they do exist and they are chasing after her and they are trying to hit her up and they are trying to hit y'all up as well. And Nene was acting gagged because she's like, wait, you're not, T.S. Madison, you're not hiding the fact that you're trans from straight men? And it's so corny we've been explaining this over and over. No, these men know exactly who these trans women are and they seek them out. This is what I be trying to get through your thick skulls. Yes, even black men too. They seek out trans women on purpose. Then, because y'all are so transphobic, when they are found to be into trans women or be attracted to trans women, some men choose to assault and kill them and act like these trans women hid their transness from me. And that's the whole, oh my gosh, I can't believe, when the transness is the whole reason that this man sought this trans woman out in the first place. They come on here acting like they never knew. And so Nene come over here and talk about, so a man gonna be sleeping with me and you? I don't want to talk to him if he's sleeping with somebody like you. And then they pivot to, oh, well, see, he's not telling me the truth and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, cis straight people have a issue with the symptom, but they never go to the root of the issue. If the entirety of straight society, and we're talking about black people as well, black heteros, raise their boys to not be attracted to anything but cis women. And if you are attracted to trans women, I don't want to hear nothing about that. Y'all better keep that out of my face. That's between you and God. You better just keep that out of my face. Oh, my son would never be attracted to. And so I'm just thinking about, like, what would y'all say if y'all kid came home and say, oh my gosh, I have a crush on this trans girl at school. I think she's so pretty. Some of y'all would be like, shut that up, or I'm going to start vomiting in my mouth. That's what y'all would say to y'all kids. Shut that up. That's what you would say to your boys. Shut that up. I'm gonna vomit in my mouth. A lot of these cis straight people be making any boy who is into anybody other than cis women, they be making them feel like these boys need to off themselves or hide themselves. So it really be gagging me when y'all know, cis straight people know that's how they raise their boys. So y'all be really gagged when these boys who have whatever they're attracted to, they grow into men who continue to hide themselves, hide what they're into, because that's what y'all told them to do. That's what y'all demanded that they do. And so now when you talking to someone and they hide the fact that, well, I'm into every kind of woman there is, including trans women, but these people are not receptive to that idea, so I'm gonna hide it. That's what some men choose to do. That's what they choose to do. And for that reason, you will always interact with, y'all have interacted with, y'all have dated, y'all have slept with men who are into trans women, men who have explored and won't say nothing because of the society that y'all built. So y'all mad that some men are choosing to hide what they into when that's what y'all demanded from them since birth. If y'all hate the symptom, you gonna have to treat the actual problem. Nene was really acting like it was impossible or heinous for someone to find T.S. Madison attractive and also find Nene attractive. And I'm just like, hate to break it to you, but it's already happening. And on top of that, Nene was implying that if they found T.S. Madison attractive, that they couldn't possibly know that she has her quote unquote parts, as T.S. Madison herself says in the interview. Nene was kind of implying that they couldn't possibly know that she has her parts. And Nene was like, why is he going to sleep with you, T.S. Madison, and then going to sleep with me? And then T.S. Madison said, honestly, which y'all already know, that men like variety. If it's she didn't say this part verbatim, but if it's warm, they gonna put it in. If it's warm, they gonna screw it, girl. And then Nene was like, oh my gosh, I don't want him then. That's why I don't even be dating and da, 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 da. And T.S. Madison said simply, well, it's happening, whether this or not, whether oh my gosh, I can't believe this or not, it's still happening. And like I said before, if y'all don't want it to happen, delete the transphobia, delete the queerphobia, so people will be open and out and y'all won't have to be bothered. That you will know up front. And then they love to do this. Nene then pivots to STDs, right? And she's like, well, oh my gosh, should I be taking PrEP? Oh my God. And I find it funny because if you ask the average straight black man when the last time he done got tested, these cis head black men versus the last time these black gays I be around got tested, I promise you, a lot of these straight guys gonna be looking at you like you can't have symptomless STDs. So I always find it funny, this pivot after every other argument sounds foolish, y'all pivot to the STDs, but then y'all don't be on these straight man ass who barely go to the doctor. I want you to ask the nearest straight black man when the last time he got tested. It is so interesting how like all of a sudden people concerned about PrEP, but y'all wasn't concerned before when we should have been having these kinds of conversations. T.S. Madison said all women should be taking PrEP. They should all take their safety precautions. Speak to your doctor, whether the man identifies as straight, bisexual, pansexual, whether you're married or not. She just said, prioritize your health. And so, like I said before, like y'all socialize men and boys up to hide. If they're not interested in only cis women hide all the other attractions, or don't let us know about that at all. Off yourself, hide yourself, and that's it. Like, that's how y'all raise these boys. And then so I'm really shocked that y'all are so gagged that oh my gosh, they're out here hiding when I told them that's exactly what I want them to do, and I don't want them to see that and get that on my face. They're out there. I can't believe they're out here hiding, acting like it's so impossible for someone, a man, to be interested in both cis and trans women is where I think you start to see the ugliness come out of these people. So yeah, y'all, I just hate it when, like I said, I don't know every single topic or details about every single topic on this planet. I just don't. I'm learning as well. But I think that we can tell the difference between someone who's genuinely curious, doesn't understand, and someone who's disgusted, someone who is just like, well, doesn't even see these people as human beings, doesn't even see trans people as human beings. You know what I mean? And so now you coming out here like, oh, well, if someone looks at me and looks at you and he attracted to both, and oh my gosh. And it's so funny because, like, girl, you'll never know. Especially if this society continues to be transphobic and queerphobic and homophobic and biphobic, like, y'all will continue to be lied to. Y'all will continue to meet people who have all kinds of experiences and not let you know. Not let society know. And so you can criticize their decision to conceal, oh my gosh, all you want. But until the transphobia is dealt with, people are going to continue to hide what they like, and there's going to continue to be violence. There's going to continue to be all these, like I said, these phobias, self-hatred. And honestly, I do be thinking that sometimes people who are like these, either DL or they are interested in all kinds of women, and trans women included, I think sometimes the people who want to hide that fact about themselves just go towards, use the people who are homophobic and queerphobic as beards, like, because, like, I'm not going to go around somebody who's accepting when I want to hide my identity, right? So I just go around somebody who's homophobic, transphobic. I can continue to be DL, and we can both make fun of people who are queer while you laying next to somebody who is. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, the more open and out you are and accepting you are, the less likely you'll have somebody who's DL trying to hide, because they're like, well, girl, I'm not going to go around somebody who's already, we're going to be around queer people. We're going to be around, you know, people who are interested in the same things I do, because that's going to blow my cover. I'm going to go around somebody, I'm going to go be a beard to, I'm going to go lie to somebody who's transphobic and homophobic, you know, so my tea won't get clocked. And here y'all are, oh my God, laying next to somebody who lying to your face. Oh my gosh, if he like pink, he gay. Oh my gosh, if he like this, he into trans women. Oh my gosh. Laying next to somebody who's taking notes at all the dumb stuff y'all saying, be like, all right, let me continue to perform cis heterosexuality so my cover won't be blown. If y'all don't want this kind of stuff to happen, the transphobia and queerphobia has to go out. The shaming has to go out of the window. The way y'all raise boys and men have to completely change if y'all don't want people hiding. Period. But yeah, that's it. Thank y'all so much for watching, and make sure you have a good evening.
This ain't the only, push that holy worship me, yeah, you